एडवाइस तो वही देती है मुझे most of the times because she's like my what do you call that bouncing wall
Punching bag.
हाँ punching bag मैं हूँ उसका
अच्छा.
हाँ Sunil Grover who's a champion
Yeah.
then Bachchan sir who's also मतलब his comic timing is next level getting my own space to perform comedy especially in front of them films were mostly about stars 2 साल में एक पिक्चर बनेगी जिसमें कोई नया लड़का लॉन्च हो रहा है या फिर they are trying to get a new guy उसके लिए just to get an audition is so bloody hard I am Pavail Gulati and you're watching me on Etimes.
Sup, Pavail, so happy to be chatting with you yet again.
Same here. Just
Cheers on coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
And I love you and on your film and everything else that you're going to be soon doing.
Thank you so much.
I do know that you're overtly critical about yourself because that's what you told me when we met up first with Rakul.
Yeah.
What happened when you saw the film? How did you yourself take it?
Yeah, I have this ability not to judge my own film. I tell my friends also, so a lot of my friends are from the industry, right? So, उनकी फिल्में देखते रहते हैं, all of that, and I have very good judgment on other people's films, but my own film I can't judge. I see it in the edit, I see it at dubbing or whatever, and when people ask me कैसी बनी है film, I can't really say anything because I have no judgment. So that's why I have some friends who watch it first and give me an honest feedback, which I need.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're too honest, which is annoying. But yeah, I don't have any judgment on my films. I tend to stay quiet till I hear the people around me who are very honest with me tell me what the film is.
When you're not working, not shooting, what is it that you do? What's your life like?
I have a lot of good friends, and I spend a lot of time with them. Plus, I have 2 cats which I have to really take care of, and I love spending time with them. Then my Didi, who you just met, my house help, she makes the best food ever.
Wow.
Next time I'll call you over for lunch. She makes the best food ever. So अब मेरे को बाहर जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती because दीदी बहुत अच्छा खाना बनाती है. And I'm very lucky to have her. Plus, then I play a lot of basketball, by the way.
Oh, nice.
So that has never stopped since I was in class 6. That's the first time I started playing. And I still play till today. And I keep on breaking my shoulder and my knee and my ankle and my wrist. I have got so many injuries I can't even count.
My God.
Yeah. I've got a surgery on my left shoulder. And now recently, like 2 months ago, 1.5 months ago, I kind of...
Dislocated it?
Yeah. Again, little bit. So now I'm taking a break.
You do realize you have an acting profession
Yeah,
and all of this vanity is important.
There's this rule that I have with my mom that if I'm starting to shoot, उससे 6 weeks पहले मैं खेलना बंद कर दूंगा. Because I know कि अगर मेरी इंजरी हुई, it takes me 6 weeks to recover.
Yeah.
So that's the rule कि shoot से 6 हफ्ते पहले मैं कुछ नहीं खेलूंगा.
Damn. What kind of hardships do you think you encountered when you came here? Professionally or personally?
Professionally and personally are kind of mixed, you know. Bombay doesn't let you have a professional and personal life. वो mix ही हो जाती है. It is not separate by the end of it because you know what you're here for.
Yeah.
Right. This was like a Kapil Dev line from 83. What else we here for?
What else are we here for?
So hardships are just to get. So I had a problem that I couldn't sit at home. मुझे घर पे बैठना बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं था. अब मुझे थोड़ा सा अब मैं रिलैक्स हो गया हूँ so now I can like sit at home and enjoy just chilling at home. Earlier I used to never like sitting at home. I felt like I'm wasting my time, I'm wasting my energy, I'm wasting my youth. तो अगर एक्टिंग का काम अभी नहीं मिल रहा है so I'll rather go assist people. I was assisting casting directors. Shanu Sharma was my first boss. I did My Name Is Khan.
Yeah.
Then Mukesh Habra and Seher Lateef. So I was always doing something or the other.
Which is good, no?
Yeah. So I think that kind of kept my head straight. I never got into अच्छा इसको ये मिल रहा है मुझे क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है that space where you kind of lose it.
Yeah.
But hardships वही थी यार कि just getting also projects बहुत कम थे तब, right? There was only films and television. And films were mostly about stars. And there were more women being launched than new boys, right? And उसमें से भी new boys में से just to get into that room, वो साल में 1 या 2 साल में एक पिक्चर बनेगी जिसमें कोई नया लड़का लॉन्च हो रहा है या फिर they are trying to get a new guy, and उसके लिए just to get an audition is so bloody hard.
Yeah.
तो that was really tough. And here I think the era of OTT came in and all of that, so it became easier in that sense because there was lots of work
Yeah.
for everyone,
Yeah.
and the
So true.
audience also started accepting other faces in that way. So, and Thappad was the least expected. It just came out of nowhere for me and kind of straightened out my career in that sense.
Yeah, it just did so well.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
have a great friend in Tapasse also, who's also done phenomenal work,
Yeah,
obviously. So you
yeah.
can always go back to her for like chatting and understanding work. And
Yeah, so she
advice.
advice तो वही देती है मुझे most of the times because she's like my what do you call that, bouncing wall, जो भी करते हैं, हाँ. So I
Punching bag.
हाँ, punching bag मैं हूँ उसका.
अच्छा.
हाँ, पंच मैं खाता हूँ, वो मेरी बाउंसिंग ऑफ आइडियाज वाली वॉल है, एंड शी गिव्स मी लाइक द राइट एडवाइस, एंड यू नो बिकॉज शी इज ऑल्सो बिन थ्रू द सेम जर्नी, राइट? So a person who's been through the same journey can actually guide you, not tell you how to do it, but at least be there in the front कि यार हाँ, I've been through it.
Yeah.
ठीक है, I've also been through the same thing. This happened with me also, maybe in some other context, but yes, this happened. So
Yeah.
this is how I dealt with it, or this is how I couldn't deal with it. So at least she won't tell me how to do it or how to solve that situation, but at least it feels nice कि अच्छा the other person's been through it ना, so ये होता है.
True.
And this also shall pass.
Does typecasting really exist in the industry?
मेरे साथ thankfully नहीं हुई है.
अच्छी बात है, touch wood.
हाँ, touch wood, because I've done Thappad, then I did Dobara, which was so different.
Yeah.
Then I was actually fearful कि Thappad के बाद I'll be offered only that kind of parts. But then Dobara happened, then Goodbye happened, then Fadu happened. Now I Love You. So all of them are really, really, really fun parts and different parts for me. And I always tell my directors that I don't think I would have given myself, I couldn't look at myself in that category.
And that's
कि अच्छा
because
ये भी कर
you're
सकता है.
overcritical, बस.
नहीं, but you have this perception, like मैं stereotype ज़्यादा करता हूँ, I think. लोग इतना नहीं कर रहे, लोगों ने मुझे इतना stereotype नहीं करा, उल्टा they तो gave me very varied kind of work. So yeah, I think I'm the trouble. अगर मैं producer बनूंगा तो मैं stereotype करूंगा लोगों को.
What kind of content you consume on an everyday basis, or like when you have the free time or the leisure time?
I tend to consume everything. कुछ except reels and all I don't consume. Not a very Instagram friendly person. But one of my favorite shows is Good Luck. I love Good Luck. Then I've been watching Apple TV. I just finished Extrapolation, and I saw I Love You. Please watch it.
Coming back, what's the kind of genre that you really want to play next? Now that I Love You's done, and I'm sure you're going to be hopping onto projects sooner or later.
Yeah, I want to try doing comedy. It's the hardest thing to do.
Every actor tells this
Yeah,
to
it's
me,
very
Pavail.
it's very
Every
hard.
actor.
But it's also the most fun. It's very hard because I did a little bit in Goodbye, and I really loved it. Also, I had a very fantastic director. Vikas is very, very funny, and he knows. If you meet him, you know how humorous he is. So it really helped me, him being there. But I love doing it. Absolutely enjoyed doing it because I was very nervous in those scenes. I was Sunil Grover, who's a champion.
Yeah.
Then Bachchan sir, who's also, his comic timing is next level. And to perform with them, and getting my own space to perform, comedy, especially in front of them, was very, very nerve-wracking. But I had so much fun. And I was like, I want to do more of this.
What's the toughest part of being in this industry? One. And if there's any myth that you could sort of shackle, what would that be?
Toughest part of being an actor is that acting is a very, very small part of what your job is, which is the most funnest part, right? That's the fun part of it. Going to set, doing a scene, doing it all over again, making something else out of it. It's like cooking, right?
Yeah.
अब उसके बाद जो भी आता है ना, that whole presentation and garnishing and all of that, that's the part. So I'm not saying I don't like promotions. That's not what I'm saying. But yeah, it's not the most enjoyable part. The enjoyable part is the acting bit of it. Creating that character, doing readings, doing all of that. That's what I have fun with for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the कि एक्टिंग के सिवा भी बहुत 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 कुछ करना पड़ता है.
I think that's
Acting
the
is a
myth
very
you've broken also. एक ही answer में ना you give me a very smart जवाब.
myth क्या हो सकता है और myth is that myth is everybody you know when sometimes I read reviews ना कि और वो बोलते हैं कि यार इसकी बजाय ये कर लेते अच्छी पिक्चर कर लेते कोई so the myth is that everybody when they making film वो अच्छी पिक्चर ही बनाना चाहते हैं कोई intentionally बुरी पिक्चर नहीं बनाता अब it's the process of film making that you know कभी अच्छी बनेगी कभी नहीं अच्छी बनेगी but the intention is to make a good film and a hit film so to say.
Okay, tell me in I Love You, what was the most toughest scene for you to sort of enact on screen?
It was the one where I break character in. So if you've seen the film where Rakul, for the first time, she realizes she's in that box.
Yeah.
So now coming to that, to be Rakesh from the other side and now slowly turning into Rakesh from the darker side. I think that transition part, me and Nikhil had to sit on for quite a bit to figure out how that will work and to do it so that we don't lose the innocence of Rakesh from earlier and still have the madness of Rakesh of the second half.
Yeah.
So that one part and the other, the gym sequence.
Oh my God! Where you keep putting the
so that scene ka choreography, the blocking of it, that one was a little tough in the sense, not tough, but that had to be choreographed with the lines and the blocking because there's so much physicality in that.
Yeah.
And there are three characters. One is tied up, and there is his physicality matters, my physicality matters. Rakul is tied up, so that designing of the whole sequence, I think that scene was done over 2 days. हमने 2 दिन में किया था वो scene.
My God.
Because there were so many elements to it.
Plus, you're switching also. No, suddenly you're like,
yeah.
वो क्या बोल रहे हैं? Suddenly you're like,
Yeah.
I'm like this. I'm not gonna give too many spoilers, but
Yeah,
yeah.
please.
But oh my God, I told him बहुत creepy. You were very creepy in the film.
Thanks.
But yeah, that's pretty much a compliment.
In a setup when you're doing interviews and you have to do 30 interviews in a day, it becomes a little. You can't be talking to everyone because you don't get that personal time, right?
Yeah.
Before this interview, we chatted for 10 minutes. We had a 20-minute break or whatever, and we chatted. We got to know each other. So that's when you kind of udhar to aisa hota hai ki acha sit, hi, let's ask questions. So obviously it becomes very
very monotonous also, I feel. But glad that we spoke today.
Same, yeah.
Lastly, before, if anything that you can talk about your upcoming projects, I'd love to know.
So
when you get shooting?
I don't know the date. So वो भी announce होने दो and I'll tell you. So basically कुछ बता नहीं सकता मैं भी, but हाँ.
सबसे tough part होता है.
I know, man.
It's so difficult when you have to keep things inside when you're contracting.
But at least there are lots of things coming, so I'm very happy about that and for people to tell them. I'm just waiting for people to tell them.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pavail.
Thank you.
Love chatting with you.